Black Friday deals have already started, and I've already started buying things. I've already spent a crap ton of money, but I encountered a funny scenario. There's this website that sells a variety of digital products, we'll say, and they had a deal where you could spend $97 and get a bunch of interesting things, and included in that, you will get a $100 gift card that you can use to buy other products on their website. Now, if you purchase something with $100, or if you purchase something with store credit, or gift card store credit, you are not eligible to receive more store credit. So, no infinite money. But that got me thinking, okay, if I spend $97, I can basically get anything else on this website for free. And so I start looking around, and I'm like, okay, I can see myself getting that. And by the end of it, I was like, I don't know if this is worth it. Like, this is effectively sort of kind of free. And I don't mind spending the $97, which, by the way, is not $97 because they had a code to get 25% off. So it was more like $76. But I could spend $76, get a bunch of stuff that I really don't need, but it's free. It's actually like kind of more than free. Sort of. And I could just get a bunch of stuff, but do I need that stuff? Do I want that stuff? I don't know if it's worth. And that's crazy to me. Basically just get $200 of air quotes free stuff. It's not free, but free stuff. And I'm like, it's not worth it. It's the same thing with the Sucklefu charger, okay? I got this charger. It's just sitting there. We're moving on. Can I sell it? No. I cannot. Inside is not allowed to enter. Please do not linger here. Charger I got for being a great employee? Yes. That charger. Oh my gosh. There's a dude up there. I wanted to go talk to Homeboy Slice first. Bright and crisp with a hint of illusory and touching. I've never heard anything like this in the Central Plains. Mr. Gu, you are the musician here. Do you know what kind of instrument he's playing? My ears serve me right. This Mingjian disciple is playing the Qiang flute, unique to the Di people in Western Liang. Qiang flute. No wonder the unique sound sets it apart from the Central Plains' music, with a hint of rustic charm. I suppose the music he's playing is also not from the Central Plains. That's right, he's playing ancient Di music. Should be a version of Yearning for Home. Before becoming part of Ning, Di people in Western Liang lived a nomadic life similar to the northern tribes. Without written text, their culture and history relied on verbal traditions, unlike us Han people who documented them in books. For that reason, much of their knowledge is passed in other forms, such as painting, dance, and music. Yearning for Home expresses Di people's longing for their homeland and loved ones, reflecting their transient lifestyle. It's a piece of music with special meaning for Di people. But he is from Mingjian Manor, a place far away from the north. How did he learn to play the D instrument? Good question. Let me ask with music. Why not? It's because it's a digital product. So like if I were to sell it, it's like me. Maybe this doesn't necessarily translate outside the United States, but it would be like me selling I was gonna translate this to music, but let's say I buy a game digitally and then I try to sell that digital game to someone else. Like that's against the law, as far as I know. You can't do it with like DVDs and stuff like that. So in circumstances where you could do it with video games, you can't do it with video games. So I don't necessarily know like if it's 100% against the law to resell someone else's digital products, but it most likely is. And so I would err on the side of caution. But anyways, yeah, it's it's just at the end of the day, it's a bunch of stuff that I could use and would probably, find myself learning and stuff like that more or whatnot, but I just don't need it. There's a bunch of other things that I need, and I've already bought a bunch of stuff that I wasn't anticipating buying. So because I discovered them and they're like, oh, actually, I want that. Or I was gonna buy something, but it was bundled with something else, and I was like, okay, let me check out the things that are bundled with, and the things that it was bundled with were actually pretty good. So I was like, okay, I guess I gotta spend more money on this. You know how it is. What even is a digital charger? It's the digital. See, you getting me messed up. The charger is not digital. The products in the story that I was telling are digital. The $97, $100 gift card thing. That's the digital stuff. Gotta spend more money on tacos and sushi, so you don't have money to spend on all this stuff. That's not gonna happen. I save up this money so that I can spend this money on the things that interest me. What's the point of having money if you don't spend it? The Guqin sounds passionate. Even Mr. Ouyang's Chiang flute is driven to play an inspirational tune. The crane soars high, graceful and free, a sight that fills the heart with glee. The goose, with neck so white and pure, is left to swim, of this fate unsure. Fate unsure, what a brilliant song. That sentiment is shared across space and time. I am Ouyang Hai. You're the best player I've ever met. May I ask your name? My name is Gu Sugui, or Sigui. I don't know where that. And this is Yuan Yi of Wudang. Greetings, Mr. Ouyang. Yuan Yi, we had a brief encounter earlier. Never thought we'd get a chance to meet here. Where did we meet you? Where did we meet you? Your Chiang flute sounded fascinating. It's an honor to meet you in person. Anyway, it's a great pleasure to meet you both. There's something I want to ask. You've come a long way from Mingjian Manor to Nanjiang, but none of us are staying for too long. Why did your music sound so sorrowful? Well, actually, I intend to study forging and pursue my inspirations in Western Liang. As soon as this is over, I will set off. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Western Liang is so far away, and there's no telling when I'll be back. I see. Ningjian Manor is in the east, with a climate vastly different from Western Liang. It's quite an ambitious endeavor. I had my doubts, to be honest, but the song today lifted them. I made up my mind. I'm fortunate to have met both of you through music. I still have other plans, but would you like to come for a chat later? If we have time to spare, sure. I'll be looking forward to it. Mr. Ouyang is straightforward, but also has a polite and elegant demeanor. What a rare character. I've long heard of Ningjian Manor's fame in sword forging and thought they were a group of rough men. Brings me joy to be proven wrong today. But Mr. Ouyang here seems to have been mistreated for not being a direct disciple of Master Ouyang. I hear only direct disciples of the Master can study their secret swordplay and forging techniques. With Mr. Ouyang's aspirations, it's no wonder he feels out of place in the manor. I hope he'll find what he wants in Ten Shui. Gift it to my ma? I don't think I want to do that. Why would I give... Are you, like... Why would I give my mom the digital charger? It's not a digital charger. You guys got me messed up. You guys got me saying digital charger. It's not a digital charger. It's the box right there. When you said digital, you immediately pictured them emailing you a photo of a charger. That's some well done text. Oh my gosh. Thought the point of money was for it to be taken away with you, with stuff like taxes and random fees and debts. Like here, having health insurance is mandatory by law, so you could theoretically get into debt with it if you really don't have any money. Well, that doesn't exist here. Although the money to be taken from you certainly does exist here. Many of my money being taken from me. Just go watch the Legos clip again. Greetings, Head Tang. I am Yuan Yi from Wudang Sect. Ah, Mr. Yuan, the young hero. It's an honor Wudang sent you here. Actually, I didn't come here on behalf of my sect. I have a personal favor to ask, Head Tang. Oh, this is unexpected. What can I do for you? Oh, this is that. I forgot about this. I'm glad I went back here, because I forgot about it. Someone asked me to find the Visage spider that you possess. Visage spider. I'm surprised you know about it. It's one of the 5 venomous immortals. Very hard to find, even in Nanjiang's Shiwan Dashan. I found this one searching for minerals and captured it. And capturing it took a lot of effort. I'm not sure if I can just give it to you. It's really important to me. Please, Head Tang, if you need anything, I will do my best. Well, I don't need the spider, but it may become useful later. Giving it to the young man could establish a good relationship with Wudang, but... sorry, I have other plans for this creature, so I can't let you have it. He hesitated. Maybe he decided it wasn't worth trading to me. I understand. Then I'll go back to my room and wait to see Myriad shots tomorrow. Okay, if you need anything, let my disciples know. You won't be disappointed tomorrow. I guess getting the Visage spider wouldn't be that easy. But he hesitated, which means it's not impossible. Perhaps I should figure something else out. Dang. There's too much at stake, are you sure? I wouldn't have sought your help if I wasn't certain. You, don't think you can escape punishment just because you're my nephew. But it doesn't make sense. Please help me. Is there something wrong? Are you the Wudang disciple? Greetings, I am Yuan Yi from Wudang Sect. Apologies, we have too many guests these days and I couldn't recall your name. That's alright, did something happen? I heard an argument. Wudang disciples are known for their integrity. Perhaps we can seek his help. It's better than eventually having it brought to the attention of Lord Zhao. Zhang Hao, inform Mr. Yuan about the situation. What? Vicehead? Don't Vicehead me when you made a big mess. Do as you're told. Rest assured, Mr. Zhang, your sect's secrets will be safe with me. We trust the integrity of Wudang disciples. Zhang Hao, explain everything now. Pili School is showcasing myriad shots tomorrow, so we've been preparing the necessary supplies. But somehow the warehouse for the firearms got damp, rendering the iron pellets unusable. Luckily, we have sufficient raw materials to quickly make a new batch for tomorrow. How did the pellets get damp? Proper preservation should be a priority considering your focus on firearms. Good question, and it's precisely what we find strange. Normally, we would wrap the firearms in waxed paper and cloth to prevent dampness. The warehouse is the most crucial area in our sect. It's heavily guarded and anyone entering must undergo inspection. No water, alcohol, or flammable items are allowed inside. But during today's inspection, we discovered that this batch of pellets was not stored per the usual standards, which could make them damp overnight given Nanjiang's humid and hot climate. Have you questioned the disciples who delivered this batch of pellets? The entry of firearms is always documented. Upon discovering this issue, I immediately questioned the disciples, but everyone claimed that the procedures were followed. In that case, either they're lying or someone must have removed the protection. Our disciples check the warehouse 3 times a day. If someone removed the protection, they must have sneaked in after the last checkup last night. But who would do such a thing? I can help you investigate, but I need to enter the warehouse. But it is top secret. Outsiders? It changes things if someone did sneak in and sabotage the pellets. We might as well give Yuan Yi a chance. He has a good reputation and is Wudang's top young disciple. Maybe he can find something. We are truly grateful you're willing to help, Mr. Yuan. There are rules, but we can make an exception for you. Please take my token. With this, you can go anywhere you like in Pili School. Okay, I'll do my best. Hey. Hey. I can go anywhere. You got, player. Hit him with that boom shakalaka. This is the Vicehead's token. Please go inside. Must be one of our honorable guests. What makes you come to the warehouse? Show him the token. You see, I didn't know the Vicehead would ask you to assist the investigation. Greetings, I am Zhu Yu, the Blaze Hallmaster of Pili School. No need for formalities. Are you also investigating the matter? Yes, I oversee the Blaze Hall, which focuses on firearm development and storage. Zhang Hao is one of my disciples. So, I was also the first to know about the damp pellets. I see, Mr. Zhu. Is this crate all the ruined pellets? Yes, this crate holds hundreds of pellets, but that's only enough for a few rounds of myriad shot. Not all the pellets are ruined then. Indeed, most of the iron pellets are already at tomorrow's demonstration site. The remaining few in the warehouse can be quickly replaced overnight. Have you found anything else? Quite strange. I questioned the disciples delivering the pellets and they all said everything went according to procedures. Just in case, I also found the disciples who have been checking our inventory. but they told me the same thing. So you have different disciples delivering and checking the inventory. Yes, firearms are crucial to our sect, so strict supervision is necessary. A group of disciples transport and register firearms under the supervision of the daily appointed person. And another group is responsible for daily checks on registered items in the warehouse. With so many disciples involved, it's unlikely they're all lying. My thoughts exactly. If it's not someone neglecting their duties, it can only be sabotage. Yeah, Vicehead San He and I also think so. Do you have any other ideas, Mr. Zhu? The warehouse is tightly guarded, except for me and Vicehead Sunny. No one can enter without authorization. We also have different disciples checking it 3 times a day. But nothing seemed out of order until we found the ruined pellets this morning. With the celebration ceremony being held, we couldn't report to the head. In that case, someone must have removed the protection last night. I found the removed protection in a corner of the warehouse, but no other traces. The disciples on duty last night also reported no sightings of anyone suspicious. We're running out of hands for the Myriad Shots demonstration to begin with. Thank you so much for helping us with this investigation. No worry, I'll try my best. I'll remain in the warehouse while you investigate. The disciples on the east side are Zhang Qing, who did the checkup last night, and Dian Hang, who was on duty last night. Ask me and them anything you can think of. We'll tell you all we know. Sure thing. Thank you, Mr. Zhu. Never thought we'd meet one of your fellow stealth artists in Pili School. Hey, that's not fair. This person destroyed the pellets, but didn't take anything. How are we the same? That's true. By the way, what do you think of this? I paid attention to the surroundings earlier, and Pili School remains a vigilant watch over their firearms storage, with guard posts and concealed sentries positioned everywhere. There's only one path leading to the storage, and to prevent moisture, there's no windows. It's a sealed one-exit room. If I wanted to sneak in and steal something, it might be possible with a hallucinogen, but it wouldn't be easy to get in without being noticed. If even you could do it, it's hard to imagine someone did. Don't worry, the culprit must have left clues. Once we catch this person, we'll know how they did it. Yeah, let's start investigating then. Pellets and their wooden boxes are damp, but the other firearm boxes remain intact. Only the waxed paper and cloth for the pellet boxes are missing. It's a bit strange. Have you found anything, Big J? The culprit must be very familiar with this warehouse. Normally, one would need to search around to find what one wants, but there are no signs of that. This person came straight for the pellets. You mean either this person has the warehouse's blueprint, or they were already familiar with this place. An inside job seems highly likely now. Yeah, let's look around for more clues. Sealed room murder case? Who was murdered? The pellets? These must be the waxed paper and cloth used to wrap the pellets. They're carelessly thrown in the nearby corner. Why is there dust on the side of this waxed cloth that never touched the ground? Regular checks are conducted, but water can't be used for cleaning because of the firearms. It's natural for these to get dusty on the ground. But why is there so much dust on it? Could someone have moved it? The pellets are neatly arranged with about 100 in each layer, leaving gaps between them. The entire box holds around 500 to 600. I wonder how many pellets Myriad Shots can launch simultaneously. If all these can be fired in a short period, the power would be truly remarkable. Should I check inside the box? Yes. Doesn't seem to be anything. Should I check inside the box again? Yes. Doesn't seem to be anything. Yes. But third time's a charm because the inside is also damp. There are no windows here, and the only door is opened at most 3 to 5 times a day. Can the boxes get this damp overnight? I know these pellets are dampened, but why are they so heavy? Maybe I should take a few as evidence. They may come in handy later. Doesn't seem to be anything else. Hey. Another saber play move. Continue investigating. Continue. Is there anything else here? You search in the pile of waxed paper and cloth. Doesn't seem to be. Wait. The paper and cloth are torn. The culprit accidentally damaged them last night. They are fairly regular in shape, hardly seem like an accident. The cloth is quite tough. The waxed paper can be explained, but how could the cloth also be torn? You have a point. The pellets are important to Pilly School and wouldn't be wrapped in torn paper or cloth. There seem to be tiny holes in every piece, too. Doesn't seem to be anything else. Alright, are we good? We good? Can I talk to people now? We're gonna talk to people. Talk to you first. Is Blaze Hall in charge of Firearm Warehouse? Yes, Pilly School consists of Blaze and Blade Halls. Blade Hall, managed by Vice Head Sanhi, handles external affairs, while Blaze Hall focuses on firearms and falls under my responsibility. Most all of the development and management of firearms are the responsibility of Blaze Hall. In that case, are all disciples responsible for checkups from Blaze Hall? Exactly. Then could you please give me the list of people who have entered the warehouse in the past few days? It may help the investigation. We keep records of everyone going in and out, and I just made a copy. Please have it. Thank you, Mr. Zhu. Okay. I didn't actually think they would let me do this. 9th morning, Zheng Qing, Zheng Hao. Noon, Zhu An, Zheng Hao. Evening, Duan Yu, Zheng Qing. Zhu An, Zheng Qing. Zhu An, Zheng Hao. Duan Yu, Zheng Hao. Zheng Hao, Zheng Qing. I don't know what today is. Why is evening capitalized but morning? Even noon is capitalized but morning is not. Morning getting disrespected. So if we were to look at this, so Zheng Qing is for the 9th, they're in the morning and the evening. For the 10th, they're in the morning. And the 11th, they're in the morning. Well, they're always mornings. We got Zheng Hao, who was morning and noon. And then noon and evening. And then morning. And then Zuan was noon, morning, noon. That's kind of suspicious. Nobody else has 2 shifts back to back like that. Right? Duan Yu. And Duan Yu is the only person to have 2 shifts. Duan Yu. Yeah. Granted, they're both evenings, so it's possible that on the 11th that they would do that, but it's still kind of interesting to me. According to the list, 4 disciples are responsible for daily checkups, and they're grouped in 2 for each shift. This morning it was Zhang Hao and Zheng Qing. Yesterday morning it was Zhuan and Zheng Qing. Noon. Alright, we just went through this. According to the list, they would each need to take 3 shifts during the last 2 days. Why has Duan Yu's name only shown up twice? Maybe I should ask someone about this. Mr. Zhu, why have Zheng Hao and Zheng Qing done more checkup shifts than Duan Yu and Zhuan in the past few days? As I remember, Duan Yu had a stomach ache a few days ago, so some of his work was assigned to the others. Zheng Hao is in charge of the daily checkups. I don't usually ask about the details. I see. Zheng Hao seems close to the vice head. Why would he be responsible for such trivial matters? Zheng Hao, he's the vice president's nephew, but he has average talent and is known for being lazy, always goofing off. If not for the vice head, I wouldn't have taken him into the Blaze Hall and even given him an easy job. I see. Besides hurting people, gunpowder can be used to cure diseases. Okay. Is there anything you want to know? Were you responsible for the checkup this morning? Yes, I did the checkup with Zheng Hao this morning. Zheng Hao, are the routine checkups always done by 2 people? According to the rules, yes. There are too many wrapped firearms to check, so we usually do a simple count based on the records. It's somewhat cumbersome, but doesn't take much time, about 1 hour every time with 2 people. But we do a thorough check on the first day of every month to see if there's any loss or damage. We'd unwrap all the packages and change the waxed paper during the process. The first day of every month, so the last thorough check was more than 10 days ago. That's right. Did you notice anything unusual then, other than the damaged pellets? Anything unusual? Not really. I was too scared to notice anything, honestly. We only found the damage this morning, so the culprit must have done it last night, right? Last night. We might get punished for this. Mr. Yuan. Don't panic. I just want to ask you a few questions. Sucker? Yes, ask away. I'll tell you everything I know. Were you responsible for guarding the warehouse entrance last night? Yes. There should be several disciples guarding the door during every shift. Where are the others? I was in charge last night. The others have been taken to the dorm. Vicehead Sunny ordered them to stay there. Why are you all flustered? Feeling guilty? No, please don't assume that. I just have a stomach impediment. Did you notice anything suspicious last night? Who was the last person you saw entering the warehouse? No one suspicious. Last ones to enter were Zheng Hao and another disciple. It was the last checkup last night. Billy School didn't notice anything yesterday, which means the guarding disciples couldn't have seen anything. Zheng Hao, huh? That's Dian Heng. Wait, you have a stomach impediment too? That's 2 people with stomach impediments? If you can transfer stomach impediments, Duan Yu is finished. He's done. Okay. Save. There seems to be more to this than it appears. Ask Goosagui. Indeed, I never thought someone would target a long-established sect in Nanjiang like Pili School. With all the clues we found, have you figured out something? Deduction is not my strong suit, but I did think of something. I'm not sure if it would be of help, though. Please tell me. Instead of trying to figure out the culprit, I think we should focus on their true purpose. With the court's support, why would a batch of ruined pellets affect Pili School? Therefore, the sabotage could be a diversion. They have an ulterior motive. An ulterior motive? Could it be Myriad Shot's demonstration tomorrow? It's hard to say. There are countless guests at Pili School right now. Any one of them could be the target. Besides the firearm warehouse, Pili School has another one for treasures. The mastermind behind this could be targeting anything. Makes sense. Since the pellets aren't what they're after, we should tell Vice Head Sanhee to tighten the security. You're right, let's get moving. I'm gonna go in here. Excuse me, I can go anywhere I want. See this? This would be the thing that I would have if I had it on my person right now. Tell Sanhee about your findings. That's what happened. I observed the warehouse guards, and it seems impossible to destroy the pellets without alerting anyone. Which is why I suspect that this is an inside job. An inside job? Who do you think the traitor could be? Oh. Crap. I did save before leaving, though. Let's roll up. It would have to be the guarding disciples, right? It would have to be the guarding disciples. No. Well, I don't think it's the checkup disciples. An outsider wouldn't make this an inside job. I think the guarding disciples makes the most sense because once the last check happens, the guarding disciples are the last ones there. So one of them can enter, start destroying things while the other one covers. I'll go with that. We might reload this. The guarding disciples stationed outside the warehouse could have done it. There are always multiple disciples guarding the door. They can't all be traitors, can they? My bad. Oh, well, okay. An outsider? But you just said this was an inside job. What's this about outsiders all of a sudden? My bad. Okay, I guess the checkup disciples? Why the checkup disciples? There are quicker ways, but the culprit chose to dampen the pellets, which means he didn't sneak in, because he could walk straight in. He did this to give us the false impression that the sabotage happened after last night's inventory check. Someone who has a reason to enter the warehouse every day. Someone among the 4 disciples responsible for checkups. I see. Only those disciples could enter without rousing suspicion. And he only needed to tamper with the waxed paper and cloth. The 4 disciples responsible for checkups are Zhang Hao, Zhang Qing, Zhuan, and Duan Yu. Who do you think is the traitor? Alright, these 2 are the most suspicious. I'm gonna go with Zhuan. No. Duan Yu had a stomach ache, but they're always in pairs, so... Duan Yu, I think Duan Yu was probably poisoned. I'm gonna go with Zhuan. What's suspicious about him? Did you get their names mixed up? Doesn't seem to be the answer. Perhaps this is too much of a push onto you. Pili School can take it from here. Thank you for your help anyway, Mr. Yuan. Oof. Good thing I saved, sucker. This is what we like to call cheating. Alright, check up disciples. Duan Yu. As we agreed, the culprit walked straight into the warehouse because he was supposed to check the inventory. The warehouse is almost completely sealed off, making it unlikely to dampen the pellets overnight. He must have removed protection many times, so the moisture could slowly seep in. And why has no one noticed it until today? Because a thorough check is only done on the first day of every month, and the last one was more than 10 days ago. In other words, during these 10 days, the daily checkups weren't enough to discover what the culprit did. I think he removed the wax cloth on the top every night, and cut the other layers with something sharp and thin to slowly destroy the pellets. And in the mornings, he took advantage of his shifts and put back the wax cloth so no one would notice. So that's how he did it. Duan Yu's shifts have all been in the night and morning these days. It does seem very likely he's betrayed us. I'll have him brought here now. Not so fast. Duan Yu didn't come to the warehouse this morning. He may have already fled. What I can't understand is the reason why he went to great lengths to destroy the pellets and make you discover it today. All the ruined pellets are only a nuisance to Pili School. A nuisance? Wait, that's exactly what he wants. The nuisance, the celebration, the myriad shots demonstration, the pellets, and going after Duan Yu. We've sent out all our disciples. I know, he created a distraction today because there's another force at play. They are plotting for something. If I said Sanhe, can you think of something they'd want? We have 2 warehouses for firearms and treasures. If it's not firearms, they must be after our treasure vault. Probably can't spare any hands at the moment. I'll go find a place to hide around the vault now. Perhaps we can catch whoever's behind all of this. Thank you so much, Mr. Yuan. I'll send disciples there to aid you as soon as possible. Hey. Duan Yu. The sucker fool. Pili School may be unable to send reinforcements, but the vault's security is already tight. How does the mastermind plan to break in? Find a place to hide. After a short while... You know, the warehouse is right next to the treasure vault, you know. Stop, identify yourselves. We're here to guard the vault on Vice Head's orders. Or the vault. Do you have the Vice Head's token? Here. Reinforcement sent by the Vice Head. But why isn't he here? Who are you? I should be asking that. Who are you? And what are you doing at Pilly School? You, find the manual. I'll take care of him. Yes, Lord. Stop right there. What kind of power is this? It's icy cold. Need to resist the cold chi. This woman has an exceptionally pure and icy internal energy, like a festering sore on the bone. Even the Wudang masters may struggle to overcome her, yet her voice. A Wudang disciple. I need to defeat her to get into the vault. I'm Yuan Yi of Wudang, and you need to move out of the way. Try to stop me, you die. Illusions? No. These are residual images. Oh, I was like, hello? Is that 800? Oh, yes. I was like, these don't have a lot of HP. You have a lot of HP. Alright, so this is the real one. But you just used Birthless Pinnacle. She is gonna kick my booty. Look at that attack. Remember when I said last week that I won't be able to do this? I am screwed. Yep, I am screwed. Clears the lightweight effect from self. Increases move. Should attack twice, yes. need to waste time. Okay, well. Evasion. Just need to waste time. Oh my gosh, you have so much movement. So much for wasting time. Damage. I could get greedy, but I don't think. I get greedy. He basically hit me wherever I want, so. Yeah, look at that movement. Need some really nice dodges. Oh no! Dang it. Hopefully it's not required for me to win this. It is required for me to win this. It's not required for me to win this. Thank goodness. Our moves are not of Central Plains and very different from Wuxian's sex. Who are you, and why are you targeting Pili School's vault? Too much talk. Stop us, you die. Winter's silence reigns supreme, and death the final ending. What's this coldness from her saber? Winter's chill urges a new beginning, and... Lao Chen, stop. Brother. Another one, and he seems even more powerful than the white-haired woman. Found it. Lord, we have found blazing divination, and there's no reason to stay. Let's go. And drive out the cold chi. Finally got rid of the cold chi. It feels like a festering sore on the bone. I might not have made it, if not for my Tai Chi energy. The man who arrived later is even more powerful than the white-haired woman. I wouldn't have stood a chance facing those two. And I've never seen such techniques. They both seem too young to possess decades worth of internal power. Who are they exactly? Mr. Yuan, are you alright? I'm fine, but I couldn't stop them. They broke into the vault. Zhu Yu, check what we've lost quickly. Yes. Those people mentioned that they got blazing divination. What? How could this be? Blazing divination has been taken. This is too serious to withhold from Head Tang, who should decide how we go from here. Nevertheless, you took a big risk for us, Mr. Yuan. I'll make sure the head knows it. Allow me to arrange for someone to accompany you back. Thank you, but don't worry, I can get back on my own. All right, I'll drop by after I report to the head. Take care, okay? See you. This could have been an elaborate plot for me to, you know, steal the head divination. What's wrong? After everything today, I'm a bit concerned about the follow-ups. Inform the head about everything. He believes that, given the presence of distinguished guests, the priority remains the Myriad Shots demonstration tomorrow. So we've simply strengthened the security of the firearm warehouse and the treasure vault. I might be overstepping, but you're up against a secret organization with numerous skilled martial artists. Philly School may suffer the consequences if we don't get to the bottom of this. That's what I thought. It's just Head Tang had his reasons. Alright, if you say so. Speaking of which, can I ask you some things about Philly School? Go ahead, as long as it's within my authority to tell you. I notice that most Pili disciples are Han people. Why are you based in Nanjiang? Philly School was established in the early days of Ning, but not in Nanjiang. Rather in the north, close to the present-day Li City. Close to Li City. Philly School has always attached great importance to the search of firearms, mainly for Ning's army. We relocated south due to the chaos caused by Tianji Palace a few decades ago. As a martial artist, you must be familiar with the evil sect in history, Tianji Palace. Tianji Palace. More than 100 years ago, Tianji Palace emerged in the north with numerous powerful martial artists, especially leaders of their 7 halls. Though not yet at its peak, Tianji Palace gradually revealed its ambition to unify the martial world, causing suffering among many sects in the north. Was Philly School one of them? Yes, Tianji Palace launched a sudden, ruthless attack, catching Philly School off guard, resulting in heavy losses on our side. Moreover, Yuan was also on the rise then, making it hard for us to seek revenge in the deep northern desert. Surviving Pili members had to settle near Jinglong City to preserve strength, although the sect could never regain its former size. To be honest, in the past 100 years, Philly School focused on firearms research because of our loss of martial artists in this tragedy. Our secret technique, blazing divination, has been largely lost. Lacking martial strength, we had to rely on firearms. I never knew something like that had happened. Interesting, the story continues after a defeat. I'm glad it does. Because if it didn't, I'd have to reload this save, and everything that I've done for like the last hour or so, well, hour plus whatever hours that I've done in on Friday would be for naught. The mark.